We're in the business end of the business end, and from here on, not only are things unpredictable, but anything can happen really. Building up to the first semi-final of the 2022 edition of the FIFA World Cup happening in Qatar. Alongside me is Dalima, Chhibber, Indian footballer, who's going to help us preview and we'll try and see what to expect from this mouth-watering first semi-final that is going to take place between Leo Messi's Argentina versus Luka Modric's Croatia. How excited are you, Dalima?
I think it's probably going to be game of the World Cup now, especially in the semi-final, that we know that two teams who really want to win a World Cup, and we know that Modric and Messi, both of them haven't really been able to win a World Cup, and what are the emotions that both the teams will be coming in with. So I think it's going to be a very interesting game.
Both teams in many ways, and both captains also looking for some sort of redemption, do you think?
Definitely, and we know that they have met before and things are quite head-to-head when it comes to stats, and we know it's going to be a very close game, and at the end of the day, anybody can take the win, and anybody can grab that final spot, because both of them really want it, and we've seen it in Croatia where they're desperate, and even through all the pains and all the problems they've been playing, and we've seen Argentina come out of emotion where they want nothing more than that final spot and that trophy. So I think there's going to be a lot to look forward to in this game.
Absolutely. When you talk about head-to-heads, in fact, these teams will be meeting tonight for the third time in World Cup history. The previous two times, it was the first time Argentina in fact, who won 1-0 against Croatia, but in 2018 we saw Croatia beat Argentina 3-0. So it's evenly poised as things stands, but by tonight one team will have the upper hand over the other. These two captains, of course, will have a key role to play. We'll be talking in depth about what Lionel Messi will be bringing to and what he'll really have to offer tonight. But before that, a quick word on Luka Modric for the kind of role that he plays for his team and what he's really brought to the table for Croatia. How do you look at his contribution?
I think he's a very holistic player. I feel like he's the playmaker of the team, because he controls the pace, he guides the team. You can see him sometimes coming in the middle, even though in the three he plays out on the side in the middle, but we can see him take multiple roles. We can see him defending, to playing those important balls, to taking those shots on the goal, to taking those half opportunities. I think he tries to do everything for the team, and that is why he was the golden ball winner in the last World Cup, and I'm sure that is what he must be aiming for as well, because we know what kind of a vision Luka Modric holds and what kind of an understanding of the game he has, because again, very, very experienced player, and he just has so much to offer.
Absolutely does. He took that crucial penalty as well in the previous match. All of the times, every time Croatia are under pressure, he's that live wire in the midfield, crucial situations. He'll be the ones taking the set pieces, and of course tonight as well, he'll have a crucial role to play. You talked about him being the golden ball winner in the previous tournament, but looks like this is the man who's going to be taking that golden ball away from him this year, given how his numbers stack up. Let's just quickly have a look at his performance in the 2022 edition of the FIFA World Cup. 5 starts for Leo Messi, started in all 5 games that they've played so far. 24 shots, out of which 11 have been on target, which is a cause of worry for the opposition, and Croatia as well tonight will have to be careful about that. 13 goal scoring chances created by Leo Messi. So here's a player who's not just good in front of the goal, he's creating goals for his teammates as well, and he's got 4 goals already, 2 assists, so that's 6 contributions from Leo Messi in the 9 goals that Argentina have played so far. What do you do to stop a man in form?
There's a simple answer to that. You cannot. A lot of teams and a lot of players have failed to do that, because what he brings to the game, he's a very skillful player, and it comes naturally to him. And the only way you can stop him is you put numbers and numbers around him. But even then, we know that he's going to find those passes. He's going to be involved in those crucial moments, because again, so much of experience, so much of talent, so much of skill. And we know he's more of a team player than he's an individualistic player. And I think that that has been playing a lot in his favor, and the numbers show that how many chances he's been able to create, and I think that is a really good number considering the number of games Argentina has played in the World Cup. So I think he's one man to look forward to, and we know he's been giving some brilliant performances in this World Cup. He's definitely at his peak even at this age, and he continues to surprise us.
Absolutely, which is why these numbers are unmatched as things stand. Yes, of course, Kylian Mbappe has got 5 goals as we speak, but as far as holistic performances go, I'd like to believe that Leo Messi is all set to become the man of the tournament, regardless of how things proceed from now. But we've talked about his numbers as a player, but let's just talk about Leo Messi as a leader. How crucial a role does he have? Because we saw him being all pumped up and fired up in that game against Netherlands. It was unlike Leo Messi, the kind of passion and the kind of outpour that we saw from him. But is that helping not just him but his team as well, that aggressive side of Leo Messi? And do you expect to see more of that tonight?
I think for sure, because if there's one thing that we've noticed about Messi that has changed since the win of Copa America, I think there has been a lot more emotion involved, because that was probably his first trophy for the country.
First major trophy.
Yeah. And since then we have seen him come out and take a stand for his team, and I feel like that speaks volumes of what kind of an individual he is, apart from being a player off the field. And little things that he does, from like when the entire team went to celebrate together,
yes,
he ran to the goalkeeper. Yes,
he went to Martinez.
He went to the goalkeeper and he brought him in together. So I feel like it speaks volumes to be able to stand up for the team, because it's a team game at the end, and if you want the team to work together, you need to be able to lead the team in a manner where they stick to each other no matter the differences, because again, when you bring so many people together under the same roof, there are going to be differences, but despite those differences, if you're willing to perform for the team for one goal, I think that is what matters, and he's been able to do that with the team. He's been able to change that mentality, and it has showed in the games, and I'm pretty sure it's going to show tonight as well.
Let's just hope we see the best of Leo Messi tonight. What a treat he's been all through the tournament. But let's just now go forward and talk about some of the key numbers involved, rather some key stats in tonight's game. Let's just talk about Argentina first, and what the stakes are high, as you all know, but look at that, they've only lost just once in the last 41 international matches, and that one loss, we all know, was against Saudi Arabia. The most unlikely team did the most difficult task on the day, and otherwise a very, very good record that Argentina have, but they've never lost a World Cup semi-final. Do you think that these numbers really will be on the minds of the players tonight?
It's going to reflect the kind of confidence the team is going to be walking in with, and we have seen that with the emotion being involved, they have been standing up and they are not backing down, and I feel like it comes from stepping into every tackle, fighting it out for their team. If one person commits a mistake, the other player covering it up, and I feel like this reflects a lot more confidence and a lot more having the experience and drawing from that in order to walk confident into the next game coming up, which is very crucial, again, because it's just like one step away from that final dance, or like from that last dance for Messi. So I think they're going to be going all in, and definitely they would have a lot of confidence going into the game looking at the stats.
Absolutely, but when you look at the stats for Croatia, well, those stats are just equally good. If you've got a giant in Argentina up against you, those are the kind of numbers you would want going into a crucial semi-final. They've lost just one of their last 12 FIFA World Cup matches, so that's to tell you the kind of form that they've been. They've won 5 and drawn 6 of those games, and they've been successful in 8 of the 10 FIFA World Cup knockout games. Let's not forget that even in this tournament, on penalties, they won not just against Japan, but they won superbly against Brazil as well. Just what Croatia would have wanted when you have an opponent like Argentina up against you. If these are the kind of numbers historically that you've had as a team over the last so many tournaments, you've performed so well, the core very much is still the same, Luka Modric is still around, Does it really help when you have such good history, such good numbers backing you? And is that all that you need when you're playing a team again, a team like Argentina?
I think numbers is not only something that you can rely on, because like I said before, that on a given day, whichever team performs, they can take the win. And I feel like when Croatia went up against Brazil, it was Croatia's day, because Brazil came really close to scoring. And they almost did, and they had the win. But it was just sad to see Brazil walk out, but like it was really good, because at the end of the day, it just felt like Croatia wanted the win more. But again, we know that Croatia is a team which is very tactical. They come with the plan and they execute it really well on the field. And again, their plan has been to delay, take the game as far as possible in the extra time and penalty shootouts. And if they do that, it could even backfire against Argentina. So I think it's going to be quite interesting to see, because both the teams have a lot to bring into the game, and it's going to be reflective of what both the captains as well as the players and the teams are capable of doing, being called the underdogs. Still, I feel like there's so much at stake tonight, and again, like semi-finals, like your last step, and to be able to walk out of the semi-final, I don't think there could be a worse feeling than that. So I feel like tonight is going to be an interesting night.
Just to add to what Dalima just said, the fact that yes, Croatia could be playing to their plan, and one of those plans could be to take the game deep, and by that I mean taking it into extra time. A quick stat for you over there: 1998 was the last time they won. And that was their win against Brazil, by the way, that they finished third in the tournament. That was the last time that Croatia won a game, in a major tournament in the knockout stages within normal time. All of their victories post that have happened in penalty shootouts. So pretty much what has happened over the years for them, and that's been the story this year too. But talking about what's really happening in Qatar, let's also find out what the fans over there on the ground feel like. If you've been following Sports Today, you very well know Anuj and Nikhil, both my colleagues, are over there. They happen to have a chat with the fans just hours ahead of the all-important match at the Lusail Stadium. Quickly, let's just have a look into what the fans over there in Doha have to say.
We need to play our defense very good, like whole championship, and look for our chances. Stop Messi, and we have very, very good players that will stop him.
I think this one will be easy. The next one with France, unfortunately, will be.
There is no next one. It's Argentina 3, Croatia 1. Watch for 2 goals from Messi. We're behind you guys. Love you.
2-1. Y Argentina to the final.
Yeah.
With Morocco.
Thank you.
Argentina and Morocco.
Argentina all the way.
One player from Croatia, which will be a tough match for Argentinian side.
I don't know. Does anybody know anybody from Croatia?
Okay then, so you heard there from the fans in Doha how excited they are, and they made their predictions, and alongside me is Dalima Chhibber, who doesn't boast of a very good record when it comes to predictions, but time to put you on the spot once again. What's that prediction for you? Who's winning, and what's the scoreline for you?
I think for me, since my favorite is Argentina, I'm going to go with them again. And I hope they make it, because that was the only prediction I actually got right. So I'm hoping I get it right today as well. And I feel like Argentina is probably going to strike first. They are going to score first. And I think 2-1.
Hoping for Messi magic?
It's safe to say 2-1.
Hoping for Messi magic once more?
Oh, definitely. I think he's going to get on the score sheet even today.
Okay.
And he's going to get closer to that Golden Boot award as well. We know he's getting the Golden Ball,
yes.
but we're aiming for the Golden Boot too.
Well,
we're going big.
Let's just see if Kylian Mbappe does in fact have company with 5 goals or not. By the end of tonight, we'll have an answer to that. Leo Messi on 4 goals, 2 assists, as things stand, all set to dazzle on the great occasion tonight as well at the Lusail Stadium. We're going to see roughly about 80,000 people inside the stadium. We'll have to wait and watch how the match pans out. Dalima Chhibber feels it's going to be Argentina who are going to win 2-1, but we'll be back with you and we're going to dissect how that match really plays out. For now, thank you so much for tuning in. Dalima Chhibber alongside me. This is Harshit Ahuja. Thanks for watching Sports Today.